All right, friends, let's carry on, shall we? This is a request by my good friend and Patreon, Penelope Size. Penelope, thank you so much for being you and all that you do and your support to my channel. We are going to do this request of yours. It's called Prince Being Better Than Your Favorite Artist in 8 Minutes. Let's check it out.
You are a master musician. You mastered 20 instruments by the age of 12 years old. To even say that makes my head
And no one
shake.
moves like you. No one.
At all.
Okay, before we get into the guitar part, the dancing part, okay? So being an athlete when I was younger, I could watch Prince and do that stuff from respect. Even then, I remember when I was younger seeing a few things of him and going, wow, that's pretty awesome. And I've said this, like, one of Prince's skills that a lot of people might not understand is his organization skills, how he utilized his time. If we just look at what he's doing there, I don't care who the person is, you would have to be doing some type of training routine, flexibility routine, yoga, stretching every day. I don't know if I don't know if he's ever come out and talked about his training or whatever, but to do that, those types of moves, that he's almost some type of training and regimen was involved to be able to do that level, especially during that type of performance. So anyway, let's carry on here. Electric guitar. So this one I'm a little more dubious about the actor part. We don't even have to go there with his guitar playing. He's amazing. But his acting, well, let's just see.
No!
So he's rocking those ninth chords, which are great when you're playing funky music, but it looked like he was doing a version of Johnny B. Good. That was pretty cool. But carrying on here. The Batman recording sessions. Now, just so you guys know, I don't know if it was in the comment section in our community, but it was brought to my attention that he was involved with Batman, and I remembered that. I remember when he did that, and I was at a pawn shop not long ago, and I got a copy of the 1989 Batman movie. What do you think of that? See? You guys are having an influence on me, my everyday, daily life.
You know, he played a lot of the stuff himself.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He would play the drums, he would play the guitar, he'd do the vocals. He'd do the vocals in the control room. It was kind of interesting. He'd kick everybody out a lot of times and just do it himself. So he'd work the board and the tape machines.
Comedian? Did they just say comedian?
I'm having trouble breathing.
Maybe if you took off your chastity belt, you could breathe a little more better. When my ship comes in, I ain't gonna never treat people like that.
So I'm going to take a gander, because one of my topics that I want to talk about is his movies. Is this from that Under the Cherry Moon movie?
You couldn't afford a ship, bud? How much money you make? 3,000 francs a week. Damn, can you buy some cologne with it? Oh, hey, hey! Punk! Come on back here. 1, 2, or 3. Punk, punk, punk. Late night down sunset, like in the scene. What's the worst they could do to a player? Got me lost in hell.
I give you all my life.
On and on, baby, for we had what's good. How come you don't call me?
He was the best bass player. He was the best guitar player. He was the best drummer. He was the best singer. He was the best dancer. Like, he was just the best. And you never imagined that a popular musician could be that talented. Usually you got one person that's good at one thing. He was good at everything. He was the best. Like, he was the best.
Just want to interject there about Dave Grohl. I was very sad to hear the passing of Taylor Hawkins, as everybody was. So my sincerest condolences, as little as it may be, from our little community here, from the Foo Fighters. But Dave Grohl hit it on the head, exactly that. Guys, I keep telling you this, and I know you guys get it. Even if you are gifted, even if you are a savant, even if you are, it doesn't matter. You still have to put in the work. When he was doing those licks and those descending patterns on the piano, the hours spent with a metronome working to have clean technique doing that is, I'm telling you guys, the biggest thing I'd like to know about Prince is how did he manage his time to be able to do what he can do? That's the thing for me, guys. That's the biggest, ultimate thing. And yes, he shouldn't be called Prince. He should be called the King. I agree. Okay. So that was yet another great video. And thank you, Penelope, for suggesting this. That was a great suggestion. I could not go into... I could talk for a long time about how great he was, but, as soon as I learned something about Prince, then it's like, there's so much more to learn. And I knew he was a great, he could comp, he could do great rhythm on the piano, but now I can see his lead playing for doing some of the descending runs. I believe it was the blues scale. Was one of the ones that he was doing there. It was just incredible. It's like, but he didn't just kind of sit down on the piano, and he would have had to put in time with a metronome to develop his technique to be so clean the way it is. Same thing with his technique on the guitar. Like, I don't care how gifted somebody is, even someone on his level, it's the time he had to devote to do that. How did he do it? How, especially at that young age, are you that disciplined or have OCD or whatever to be able to go, okay, 20 minutes, I'm going to practice guitar tonight. I'm going to work on my exercise with the metronome. Then I'm going to do the same on piano. Then I got to work on my bass like that. The pap. Sorry, that did not sound good. Sorry, that did not sound good. The pop and slap technique he was doing on the bass there when it showed for the recording for the Batman soundtrack, it was incredible. I'm sitting there going, how does he do that? How does he, not how does he do the technique, but how does he allocate his time in such an efficient manner to be so proficient on so many different instruments? That's what really got me, Again, I'd like to delve more into that. It's too bad, he's not with us anymore, but there's so much more to learn. But that is my question to you guys. Is there any references to how much he practiced, how he allocated his time on all these instruments? It's phenomenal. Blew my mind watching this, okay? The acting and the comedian thing was great and everything, but again, I look at his ability and it's like... So, great suggestion, Penelope. And remember, friends, practice hard but practice smart. We'll see you soon.